Why, Kevin Bacon? Why? You are a Hollywood staple. You are a living legend. You are possibly the first Hollywood meme ever created with the 6 degrees of separation of Kevin Bacon. You have been in so many classic films. You are a phenomenal actor. What the hell are you doing here? Are you really hurting for roles? Can you not find any roles that challenge you anymore? Are you really struggling to find anything to work with that you had to resort to being in this film? You, Kevin Bacon. What has the world come to? Hey guys, the Black Critic Guy, and I'm here today to review the film Tony and His Continued Poor Choices. Wait a minute, no, that actually describes my life in a nutshell. This movie's actually called The Darkness. So The Darkness is yet another tired and cliche horror story produced by Jason Blum and his production company. Do I even need to say more? Do I even need to elaborate on this film any further? I mean, that basically sums up the film in its entirety. If you've seen any films produced by Blumhouse in the past 4 years, you already know what you're gonna get from this film. It's just a rehash of all of those other films. A family, they get possessed, or they have like this ghost chasing them, and all this shit starts happening and they have to figure out how to solve it. That is basically the entire plot to any of their films, at least horror-based. Only this time around, they dragged poor Kevin Bacon into this shit. Now, if I'm to be perfectly honest, I had absolutely no idea that this film came out. I didn't even know that this film existed until Jeremy Johns reviewed it a few days ago. There were no trailers for the film, no promotion. Hell, there weren't even any posters at my local movie theater for the film. I mean, if the Green Room can get a large movie poster to promote its film, why couldn't this film that was produced by Jason Blum, who's like a heavy hitter in the horror genre? I mean, he's produced so many famous and popular horror films in the past 5 or 6 years, but nary any posters or promotion for the film, which is sign one that this film is going to be a bad film, because the studio itself had no faith in this film, that they didn't even put any effort to promote it. But honestly, is it really shocking to believe that this film was going to be terrible? I mean, this is the same guy that produced this. And I don't even need to say any more. And at first, I was gonna flat out ignore the film, not even go and see it, not even purchase a ticket. But I asked you guys yesterday if you would like to see me review The Darkness and Money Monster, and you all said yes, we would love for you to review those films, most specifically The Darkness. We wanna see you review The Darkness, rant about The Darkness. And you all know me, I am more than willing to oblige you guys. I love my subscribers that much that I will sit through a shitty movie just for them. And I mean, after seeing this film, all that I was thinking of is I could have been spending my day doing more productive things, like playing video games, watching anime, watching Game of Thrones, talking with Ben, talking with Jen, making fun of Sloan, talking to the Kotatsu, doing a video with Patrick, freaking eating food, looking at the sun, sleeping. I could have done so many other things, but instead I decided to waste my time, waste my effort, waste my energy, and most of all, waste my money to go see this thing. The only good thing this film had to offer was Kevin Bacon himself, even though he was half-assing his performance and looked like he was just sleepwalking throughout the entire film. Even his half-assedness outshined all the other performances and all the other things that this film had to offer.
What does that say about your film?
Literally, the biggest issue that plagues this film is not its boring story, its wooden dialogue, its weak and unconvincing performances, its terrible cinematography, its choppy editing, or its piss-poor direction. It's the fact that it's so uninspired and uncreative. It literally falls back on all the tired, cliche old tricks we've come to expect from any given horror film. It tries nothing new, it tries nothing different, it just wants to be generic and just like the rest of them. Hell, the film doesn't even use the cliches properly, so why even bother seeing it? If it's not gonna challenge the audience in any way or bring something new to this genre, then fuck it! But you wanna know the most disappointing thing about this film, guys? If this wasn't a horror film, it actually could have passed for a pretty decent drama film. It had all the elements present. They just needed to flesh them out a little bit more and give them some weight. And with a powerhouse actor like Kevin Bacon attached, it could have worked. You have a dysfunctional family where the son is autistic, the daughter is bulimic, the wife is an alcoholic, and the husband is an adulterer. So many different interesting conflicts, so many different interesting dilemmas, issues that the family could deal with and cope with. It could have made for a great drama film. But instead they decide, no, just tack on some horror cliches and boom, it's a horror film now. What a waste. How ironic that the horror elements in this film that were supposed to be the things that were the most interesting and engaging were actually the things that worked against the film and dragged it down. It was a detriment to what could have been a pretty decent film underneath it all. Overall, guys, I mean, what else is there to say about this film? You all know what it is. You all know how shitty it is, and you all know you shouldn't waste your time on it. I can't believe I wasted your time and my time talking about this film because we all know that it's a 0 out of 5 stars. It's bullshit. Don't watch it. I'm just getting really sick of these generic ass horror films. When are we gonna get a good horror film again? Like, I'm just waiting for The Conjuring 2 to come out because I know James Wan will deliver, unlike Jason Blum, who has been failing time and time and time again. I think it's time to move on to more better things. Jason, you're done in the horror genre. We don't want you there anymore. But anyway, what did you guys think of this film if you have seen it? Which I seriously doubt that any of you saw this pile of shit. But I could be wrong. Maybe 1 or 2 or maybe even 5 of you have seen this film. And if so, what did you guys think? Did you love it? Do you think it's actually a really solid horror film? It actually scared you? It's probably boring and dull. And it just wasn't scary in every sense of the word. I mean, the only thing worse than a horror film that's not scary is a comedy that's not funny. I mean, they both fail at their missions. A horror film's supposed to scare you, a comedy's supposed to make you laugh, and if they can't do that, they fail as those types of films. And this one definitely fails as a horror film. Nothing about it is scary. I mean, literally, just go watch something else. Go watch Captain America again. Like, seriously, go watch that. Or go watch all the videos on my channel. Or go watch YouTube videos. Watch anything but this film, guys. Seriously. Anyway, I'm tired. I don't want to talk anymore about this film. I have an anime review that will be coming out probably tomorrow. I plan to review Money Monster since that is a film you guys want me to watch too. And I got some unboxing videos. You could tell I'm just out of it. I don't want to talk about this film anymore. I'm leaving now. Anyway, if you'd like to see more videos on this channel, be a part of the Black Critic crew. Hit that subscribe button below. Like this video if you really enjoyed it. I'm Tony Watt this second, just waiting for another good horror film. Just please, James Wan, come be the savior of the horror film again. I can't wait to see Conjuring 2 as the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube.